welcome to another episode of Soul Centered, the podcast. I'm Janie Morris, your host, and I'm excited because this is part 2 of the great interview that I did recently with Daniel Koch of Sacred Taste Cacao. And in today's episode, Daniel is with us and he is going to not only give us a really good understanding of cacao, why we should be having it, what it's all about, what it can do for us, but he's also going to give us a demonstration. I'm going to try it as well, so I'll let you know what it's like as well. And we're really going to do a deep dive on this incredible superfood and why this particular cacao is different to other cacaos. There's a whole story. If you haven't already listened to episode, part 1 of the interview that I did with Daniel, please go back and have a listen to it, because some of the information that he shared with us, particularly about how cacao is farmed, where it's farmed in our beautiful world, and how in some places where it's farmed, it's not done sustainably or ethically. And I think it's really important for us to understand that, especially when we are people like we are that are soul-centered. So welcome back. I'm excited. And Daniel, it's great to have you back with us.
Oh, beautiful. Thanks for having me back. I appreciate it.
Now, I am just going to kick it off where I'm going to do something right now and then I want to have more of a chat with you. Mm-hmm. But you have given me this cup.
I have.
This cup. In this cup, what have I got?
So here you've got our Sacred Earth blend. So this is a blend of wild-crafted Amazonian cacao with other superfoods. It's got lucuma and it's got carob and it's got a little bit of coconut blossom nectar as well. So it's going to have all the power of that a bitter cacao would have, but minus the sweetness, or minus the sugar, but still with a bit of the sweetness.
Okay. All right. Here goes. That is really good. That is real. Now that is a surprise. Because as I've shared with you before, Daniel, and I think we mentioned it on part 1, I've never actually had cacao before. And I've always had a perception of cacao, given the story of what it is and that you shared in part 1 as well. And this is awesome.
It's delicious, isn't it? I'm sorry, I'm speechless right now, and I'm genuinely speechless because. Hang on a sec. I'm going to join you.
Do you know my whole body is actually saying thank you? That's the word I got right then, was thank you. Now I don't know what my body meant by that, but that is really good.
Thank you.
Is that now this blend that you've made, that I'm drinking now? I'm going to have cups of this. Now, so this particular blend, is it blended for a specific purpose for us?
Yeah, so we actually have 5 flavors. We have original, chili, rose, matcha mint, and 100% pure ceremonial cacao. And the one you're having is the Earth blend. And so that actually helps you ground down, helps you find your center. It's really great if you're like us and traveling around. When you land, you just drink a cup of this cacao and your body will say thank you and you'll drop in. And that's what it is. So the original blend is Earth. Then we have Fire, which has cayenne pepper and cinnamon. It's really good for your digestive system. It fires up your metabolism. It's also very good if you're going through a challenging time or you need to like face your fears or, a little bit of extra courage. Like that's what the Fire can do. It's got a bit of a kick. Then we got the Love blend, which is it's got rose petal powder in it. And so it's an antidepressant. It's going to help you relax, tap into your emotions and allow you to just, unwind. And it's actually a really good bedtime tonic. Then we have Vitality, which is one of my favorites as well. It's got matcha and mint. It's really good for the mind. And so the matcha and the mint also is a stimulant. And so, it helps you with productivity, clarity, and focus. And that represents the air element, whereas the Love represented the water. And then we've got Ceremony, which is 100% pure ceremonial cacao. And this one is the one that is the most bitter. It's 100% pure. It's cacao mass, so it's chunks. And this is what we recommend only using for special occasions. So other brands and businesses will, tell you to have it every day. We're the opposite. We're like, have the other 4 flavors every day as a latte, shake, or as a smoothie, but save ceremony for ceremonies and for spiritual occasions. And that way you can really connect with the spirit of cacao and allow you to, receive the information that you need to receive at that time.
And so when you talk about the cacao ceremony, what does that typically involve?
Well, it can be different. It can be a vast different things, especially if you're going to a traditional indigenous cacao ceremony. It's going to be very different to what you see in the modern world. But a ceremony is just basically taking a moment of time to connect with yourself, to connect with the present moment. And like I said before in the last podcast, that the ancient Mayans used to use this as a bridge to connect with the divine. And so how do we connect with the divine? When we're feeling love and we're feeling ecstasy, we feel like we're connected to God, we're connected to everything, to everyone. And so when you have this ceremony, you have to, my recommendation for this ceremony one is to have like 2.5 scoops with just spring water, and don't boil it because you'll destroy it, but keep it at like 65 degrees. And then just take a moment, set an intention with it. What do you want to let go of? What do you want to call in? And you can play some music and you can have a little ceremony for yourself. Or like you can also join, a group ceremony where you'll have sound instruments and sound healing and sound journeys or guided meditations. And we really recommend that, especially on the new moon. It's time to go inward. It's the dark moon, so it's about introspective journey. It's about going inward. And in those moments, in alignment with the moon and cacao, you can have a very deep, profound experience, and you can release things that don't serve. You can cry, but you can also tap into your intuition and receive a lot of guidance. And that's what the cacao ceremony can do.
It's amazing. I love how you've put all of the elements into every single canister there. When you were putting all of this together, first of all, how did you do it? How did you find the source?
Oh gosh.
What took you to there?
Again, I wish I could take credit for all of this, but I actually can't because I created this by accident. All these elements and everything coming together was not something I fabricated with my mind. I just saw a vision that was given to me and I just created it. And then later I'm like, oh, actually, this is all the elements. And then, okay, this is actually, and then it kind of made sense afterwards. And so how did I find the source? So like I said in the previous podcast, I really I knew I was going to go on this journey for a long time. And I knew I was going to carry this medicine with me for a while. And this medicine healed me at many different points in my life. Like when I quit DJing and came to Bondi, I was using it as a food. But then later I used it in ceremony to really heal a lot of things. And so I knew I was going to be in this business for a while, and so I went straight to the source. And so a lot of other businesses, they get their cacao from a farm or from a plantation, or if it's a small business owner who owns the land and then they pay staff to come and work the land. I didn't want to have that. I wanted to help a community. And so basically where we get our cacao from, it's the heart of the Amazon basin. It's a 16-hour bus ride, 7-hour canoe ride into the Amazon. And that's where the Ashaninka live. And there's 350 indigenous families that grow this cacao as it means to preserve their land and protect their way of life. Now, similar to how I'm using cacao in the streets to create cacao parties, to get people off drugs and alcohol, off cocaine and things like that, in the jungle, the Ashaninka are doing the same thing because people are coming into their land and they're like deforesting it, and then they're actually growing coca, which gets turned into cocaine. So whether in the streets or in the jungle, we're both like fighting the same battle. So I thought, well, what a perfect ally to align with. And yeah, where I went, it's called the VRIME. It's called Cocaine Corridor. It's where all the drug trafficking is and narcotics trade and everything. And so everybody warned me not to go in there, but I knew that if I was going to build this business and pay money to buy this cacao, I wanted my money to do good before I even paid for it. And so, yeah, I went into the jungle and it was very dangerous, and I had to take like 2 translators with me to go there and a few other things. But, that was a journey within itself. But at least now I can say, 5-6 years on, that no matter what we do, we're already supporting the Ashaninka, we're preserving the rainforest, and we're keeping drugs off the streets and also out of the jungle.
Yeah, it's a great alignment, isn't it?
Perfect alignment.
It's just, and then that obviously translates into every cup.
every cup. Every single sip that someone drinks, whether
Yeah.
they've paid for it or not,
Yeah.
whether we give it for free or
Yeah.
because we've already paid for it to the Ashaninka, it's serving that purpose
Yeah.
and bringing everything into a state of harmony. And so, yeah, it's literally with me and the Ashaninka, it's like a match made in heaven.
It's such a great story. Daniel, where can people get this beautiful product?
So we're in like 500 stores around the country in Australia, and we're also in multiple countries and expanding every month. Mm-hmm. But the best place to get it is online. If you jump online, then you're buying directly from us, which means that we have more margin and we can actually help the Ashaninka more.
That's great.
We often do fundraisers and things like that. Like I think it was 2 years ago, they had massive flooding and we raised like $25,000 for them. And we're in the process of setting up our own foundation. But yeah, if you order from us online, many things can happen. You can get direct contact with us. You know, we can send it to you on subscription. But also, pretty soon we're going to be releasing our own like online community where you can actually join us online anywhere in the world, and you can do a cacao ceremony with us, or even join us for a cacao party. And even the breathwork, the person that you saw us
Yes,
with, you know,
yes,
where Messi
yes.
so right. Yeah, shout
Yeah.
out to Cool to Be Conscious.
Yeah, cool to be conscious.
Yeah,
That was it.
shout out to Rai for this
Yeah.
synchronistic connection. He'll even be on there and he'll be doing breath work. So we're going to be partnering with all the best facilitators, like leaders in their field. And we'll be bringing them onto our platform to share cacao and to also share their gifts with the world. So then our community can receive these gifts and these medicines. So yeah, just jump onto the website at sacredtaste.com or follow us on Instagram at We Are Sacred.
I absolutely love it. I absolutely love that it was freezing cold, yet I still decided to go for a run. I absolutely loved coming across all those people in their bathers on the towels on the beach. I absolutely loved running into Dion. He's a fabulous guy.
Dion and Nicola, shout out to them too, two of my best friends as well. So beautiful.
They were sensational. And I absolutely love what your story is about, what you have gone through, where you are now, but most importantly, what you're doing is going to do for all of us moving forward. Congratulations, Daniel.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me on the show and for having me on here. It's been beautiful.
Yeah, no, well, thank you. And also in an upcoming issue of our magazine, Soul Centered Magazine, we're actually going to deep dive a little bit more into cacao ceremonies and, to help the education that you're doing, Daniel, and spread the word of Sacred Taste as well. So thank you very much for being on Soul Centered, the podcast.
Thank you so much. Enjoy your cacao.
Thank you. I will. And if you've enjoyed this episode just as much as I've loved clearly bringing it to you, you know what to do. Subscribe, like, definitely share. And as I mentioned before, please go to our website, Soul Center with an S, soulcenter.com, and subscribe so that you get the issues of the magazine, so that you can find out a little bit more about Sacred Taste and cacao, and also just keep an eye on what we're going to be doing moving forward, because something tells me that this little cup that I just drank might have a bit more of a larger impact moving forward with Soul Centered, the podcast. So in the meantime, wherever you are in this amazing, beautiful world of ours, I hope you have an absolutely fabulous day. I'm Janie Morris, and we look forward to having your company on Soul Centered, the podcast.